Hello. I'm back. I had a cheesecake break. Alright, we're gonna play some more Shadow of Memories because we're on the second run through and we're trying to just look at some of the goober shit that we missed the first time. So we'll be doing that with the guide in place as well, which is nice. We are on chapter 3. As far as I know. It's much different. So all we really got done last time is get the extra scenes with Dana and some stuff, but now it starts to kick off. This is when we can start doing fun stuff, like getting the cat for the little girl and stuff like that. That we missed out on. And also I think it's possible to save that guy's wife. Dana's mother. Let's find out. Just a moment. Right. Kidnapping a modern cat who was raised on a curated diet crafted by modern health standards, Jotun into black and white times. Indeed, it's going to be difficult for said cat, but what are you going to do, you know? Anyway. Where were we? The resolution is all goobered, and I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. Right. We should be... I think we just got killed by a jar. I want to say... No continue data? Like, what? Chapter 3. Yes. So you literally, you go back to the future and then it doesn't even show you appearing. That just happens. You just die. Like that, like, where are we? What's going on? Stop the invention of vases. We must go back to ancient Greece.
Do something useful.
China.
You know, like gathering information. I'd deeply appreciate it if you wouldn't disappoint me.
Right.
Hello, Ike?
Oh, Mr. Eckert.
Weren't you supposed to come around to my museum today? If not, I was
yeah.
thinking about closing up here.
I'm sorry about that. I'm going to
It's
head out
just
there
I've
right
been
now.
murdered like 56 times.
That's right. I was supposed to stop by the museum. I better get going.
Better go about my business instead of dealing with this time travel crap.
We're going to the art museum.
It's
again.
Dankush time, that's right.
It's our daily course.
It's our daily course. Who are you? Welcome.
My daily routine is walking up this slope to the art museum.
It takes me 16 hours because I'm old. We need to redirect the meteor so the dinosaurs are never extinct and become the dominant species who eventually evolve intelligence and become bird people, and none of this ever happens. Look at the cool red bars on the bottom, everyone. Aren't they great? Wow! I left them there for your pleasure. So let me just quickly scan over what we gotta do here. Do. Let's see. Bakery. We've got to go to the bakery. So we can actually skip all of chapter 4 already, I think. Because if we go to the 1980s in this chapter, we can get the frying pan as long as we've got the egg. This egg. We can get the frying pan now and just skip all of chapter 4 if we want to. Except, if we do that... Well, apparently everything occurs in chapter 5 that would happen in chapter 4. What else do we miss? The sign. Go to the Photoshop and take the sign. Oh, right. So this is interesting. So what we can do is we can skip all of chapter 4, and then all of the stuff that would happen in chapter 4, which I guess is the cutscenes with Sibylla and all that, happens in chapter 5. We'll skip all of that by getting the frying pan now, but you can also get a sign from outside a shop instead of the frying pan. Maybe we should get the sign this time just to make things a little different. Hey, it's you again.
Darn, it's getting pretty dark out here.
That is oddly specific, isn't it? Wait, this is Nerd House. This isn't the bakery.
Allow me to explain the items on display. Every item is preserved in its original state. Please feel free to look at whatever you'd like.
This is the bakery. You can tell because it has a photograph of a bakery inside on it. That's supposed to be inside the shop. Okay, nerd. We didn't have parallax shaders then. Oh.
Would you like a chocolate? I've got some free samples. Take some if you like. It's a new product without a name yet.
Oh, is it now? It's called chocolate, surely. Chocolate, any girl will like it. I like sweets too. What's wrong with you? Do you want some chocolate? You get a cake. Let's go talk to Mr. Eckert.
Hey, aren't you coming? Don't tell me you don't know where it is. It's the South Tower along the city walls. You are coming, aren't you? I'll be in the director's office.
You want a chocolate? Well, fuck you. Here's a cake. Who is a big fan of Ike? Oh, you're the guy from the statue. I always hated that statue. It's too long. It's the 1500 statue holding the mobile phone that hadn't been invented when the statue was made. But now phones that have been invented, they look like that. And nobody has questioned this. Oh, fuck, where do I go? Oh, I don't remember how to get upstairs, mate. Ah, yes, there we go. Choo-choo. I'm lost. Oh. It's nice to have a game pick that warrants extra playthroughs and not please end my life, right? that's been a change. Kato.
Come in.
I'm sorry I'm so late.
Well, that's okay. Here, take a seat somewhere. So, what can I do for you today? Did you come to see my paintings again?
No. Well, I mean, that's what I was going to do, of course, but... Hey, Mr. Eckert, do you know anything about alchemy?
Why the sudden interest? Research of some kind?
Well...
Again, look at the top right. He has a great artist's book, and then he has another one that is backwards.
Really well up on
That must be the sequel, and it's like really
There was
edgy.
someone notable in this city, a man named Dr. Wagner. He was supposed to have been a magician or a scientist or something.
Also, he has a book
I don't know
called
anything
Chairs,
about it.
Chairs, which I guess is about
I
chairs,
see.
but
Do you have any
I'm not
documents
sure.
and things from that time?
I think... Wait a second.
meow! Fucking dodgy ass cat. Hey.
Was this the one? Phew, Here, I'll lend this to you.
The day old kittens, right? I've just had a litter of kittens. Brand new.
Magician of
Straight from
our
the oven.
City.
It's a fairly old book, maybe the oldest one here. I think it includes things like stories about real alchemists that worked in this city, recipes for the elixir of youth, even copies of documents from the era.
I just keep this around, you know, in amongst my books about art and chairs.
If there really was an elixir, I'd want it myself. I'll let you know when I need that book back. By the way, do you
The
like
cat.
cats? Mine had a litter the other day, as you can see.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Okay, but if you have a friend or anyone who wants a kitten, let me know.
I can't fucking walk
going
for
straight home
kittens.
today.
I can't breathe for them.
No, I was going to walk around the city some more before going home.
Was?
It's nothing. Just some personal stuff.
Well, anyway, I have some more work to do, so I'll keep the place open until I'm done. Feel free to look around.
This is clearly very hard at
It's better
work.
for the paintings to be looked at by someone who really appreciates them.
Thank you, I will.
Bye. Alright, we're going to get killed. Time to die.
Well, since I'm here anyway, I should at least take a look.
The Squire's crest. Has it become a problem that the crest is gone? All these pictures are shit that we've screwed up, isn't it? Someone painted a picture of this guy planting a tree. Who cares? Jugglery. Oddly dressed man. He looks similar to me. Does he, Ike?
Please.
He doesn't. Collapsed house. Alchemist creating antidote. Carl Franzen. Painted when he hid in the corner watching the guy make his antidote. Paintings take fucking ages. How do you do it? Portrait of an alchemist. Landscape. What about this? What's this? Butterfly. Butterfly effect, you know? This is Clue Love Story. Super Cola Velation. Artistan, my sweetheart Wakanda. What? Wait, is that developer pictures? It is. Yeah, it's a stealthy painting, like he has to keep coming back to it. And the thing is, they used to have to sit still for hours to get the sketches done, and then they take them away and do the painting. But it's like, you know, he got like dynamic in-action shots of all these things happening. Great. Are you happy now, Ike? Can I go downstairs now, please?
How are things?
How are things?
Who's there?
It's me, Mr. Baubles.
I've heard that voice before.
Of course you have. Do you remember me now? I was the one who saved you. You should be a little more appreciative.
What's going on around here? Who are you?
That's not very nice. Can't you be a little more polite? I am homunculus. Not that there's much in a name. I've been waiting a long time to see you.
Folks, I think this person might be evil.
I look for you everywhere.
Hard to say.
By the way, are you using the digipad?
Homunculus is really only trying to ensure that that it exists.
Come here to kill me?
Hmm? I think you misunderstand. I'm only trying to help you. Certainly not murder you. It's just that I don't know how to give you any direct help. And that's the truth.
I think I'm going out of my mind.
I think I'm going out of my mind.
This is really very...
Huh. Push. I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Do 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 do. What?
Dear, looks like you got killed again.
Lol.
Since we
Looks like you got
tried
killed
to
again.
pause a little, shall we?
What an asshole. Ooh?
Seeing things? Did that man?
The number of times I've teleported in and out of existence right in front of people.
Oh gosh, didn't realize anyone was out here. Sorry about yelling and everything.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
You see, my wife finally had our baby, so you can imagine and it's a girl too. The hospital just called me.
Wow, congratulations.
Wow!
Do you work at this
Oh boy.
museum?
No, I'm sorry. My name is Eckert. I've just taken over from my father as the director of this museum.
What? You're Mr. Eckert?
Yes, is there anything I can do for you?
No, nothing.
Wait, what am I doing? I have to think about what we're gonna call her. Hey, great to meet you. Bye.
Great to meet you. Bye. Hank, do you have eyes and ears? He is a very oblivious human being.
The digipad. It doesn't work.
Oh no!
How about that? Just a small example of what I can do. How will you get home now? You better solve that on your own. You should be able to handle a little thing like that, right?
He's messing with you, dude.
What am I supposed to do? There used to be something in here. If I get some...
You know how it goes. We gotta find the green thing. It doesn't mention there being anything else to do here, by the way. We can go to the bar now and get the frying pan to skip chapter 4 if we want. But I'm not sure if I should.
Now I can get back.
Actually, if we bypass it, we get more percentage completion. Let's see. Let's have some fun. Oh. Bar. The bar. It is closed now. I guess you can't do it unless you do it before you pick up the energy unit. And here I was all ready to skip a whole chapter. Yeah, so the way this game works is like we get percentage completion for doing it this way, but you also get percentage completion for skipping it and doing it a different way. And it also sort of adds up on your save file over several playthroughs.
Well, what do you think?
But I'm not that fussed about that. Just want to see some stuff. He didn't even say anything, he just ran upstairs.
Come in. Is that you, Ike?
Why did you throw that vase at me?
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Mr. Eckert, do you have a daughter? Oh!
Yes! I've saved my own life. Shaky cats.
It's all right. I'll take care of it later.
I was going to throw it at your head anyway. Fuck.
I didn't think I ever mentioned my daughter to you.
Well, no.
I do have a daughter.
These day-old kittens, man. He's got so many of them.
She was
They're all so
taken by some
big.
madman right after she was born. My wife was killed in the same attack. Does that answer your question?
I'm sorry. I had no idea.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I'm so sorry.
I guess Homunculus did that, right? He's a shooty boy. So, probably is evil.
God damn it.
Stomp.
Well,
Okay, I'll believe you for now. And I'm grateful that you gave me another chance at life.
Guess I'm grateful that I'm not dead.
now we're talking. Well, I'm really counting on you. If you die, I'll be in trouble too, you know.
I don't really get it, but are you sure about this? I mean, I can't do anything except for myself.
You can't do anything yourself,
That's all right.
is that line. Like, that's what I should have said.
As you can see, my body is very fragile and won't let me do much. I picked up a baby the other day, and it was really quite terrible. Absolutely exhausted me. I won't ever do that again.
The baby was terrible.
I can only provide you with some backup aid. Oh,
Homunculus, I understand.
you will see that red stone again sometime. When you do, could you acquire it somehow? I would like you to give it to someone called Dr. Wagner. That's all for now. I'll be seeing you.
Yeet.
What on earth is going on around here?
Right. So now we have a whole bunch of cutscenes to do in black and white times, right? Twat. No,
Is
I'm
there
dead.
any way you can avoid being stabbed to death?
Yes.
About putting something like an iron plate under your clothing. And if you make good use of that, perhaps. Please, make a good job of it.
Isn't there any way you can avoid being stabbed to death? I mean, maybe be less of a dickhead. Time travel frying pan, of course! We have to go back in time to a time where frying pans exist so that we can get one. I think they always play that animation where he just gets it out of his pocket and puts it back in again. It's like, hey, you could use this now. I'm gonna. But first, I want to make sure I got another power cell. Because it sucked all my energy away. Homunculus gets tired of our shit and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna take all your power. You figure it out. Wow, that juggler looks like a cunt. Ike and his jugglery. No choice. Homunculus just trying to exist, everyone else is a fuckhead. Except for Homunculus, because I'm pretty sure he shot a lady and stole a baby. But Ike is a bit of a fuckhead. A lot of one, really. Oh, there you go, we're in Sneaksville. How to drink all that. No, so there's a bunch of shit we can do, but apparently there is something about getting coffee from an outside bar that we will use later. Oh, we put that fucking statue up already. Yeah, of course. It's you, the man from the statue. Outside bar. We never even saw this last time.
I haven't seen you around here before.
Guess not.
Well, this is how we get to know each other around here.
I love how everyone in this game, all of their ancestors are just fucking identical copies of them.
It's damn good coffee.
Sippy.
You're right. It is good.
Leaving so soon?
I'm really sorry, but I'm a little short on time.
Okay, then. You can just leave the money there.
Huh?
You know, for the coffee.
You mean it wasn't on the house?
Of course not. Now, wait a sec. Don't tell me you're short on cash, too.
No.
Stupid.
Well, at least for this time.
What's that?
No, I haven't got any on me.
Oh, great. Nothing doing, I suppose. I'll start a tab for you. You can pay me next time around. I'll keep an eye out for you.
Thanks.
Now, Scoot, weren't you in a hurry or something?
They did just shove that coffee on us, right? This is what I hate about that shit, where people like clean your windows while you're at a junction. If anyone tried to do that to my car, I'd be like, sorry, I don't carry money. I never carry money. You're wasting your time. I didn't even put it. You drank a whole bottle of kava? Oh, you were in the bath. Welcome back, Lynchy. Lynchy is free. Now listen here. You can time travel, blah blah blah. Right, we've got the cup of coffee. Now we need to go to the library, which is not yet a library. Or Photoshop. I keep forgetting it's Saturday. I keep feeling like it's Sunday, and I'm glad it's not Sunday yet. Oh, look at this old ass car. Yeah. Hang on. Oh, this was in the museum, remember? The Nerd Museum? And we totally... I didn't know what that was. But now I do.
That sign over my shop looks like it might fall off. You could probably jump up and knock it off.
Should I?
That sign! It's going to fall off. I kid you not.
You beanpole-legged freak! Look how tall Ike is. Next to this man. He's not that much taller, but his waist sure is. Fucking massive. His torso is shorter. Beanpole. What a beanpole. Where the hell am... Oh yeah, this way. Dank cuts go not a beanpole.
Oh, yes?
Do you work at this museum?
Hey, you're the spit of like 3 different people.
What? This building is a...
This is my home.
It's Mr. Eckert, but with like a caterpillar glued to his face.
As the descendants of the regional squire. But now... First it was my parents, now my wife. All in such short time. That leaves just myself and the 2 children in this castle of a house. You're right, it's too large for just the 3 of us. Perhaps it ought to be a museum, just as you say.
I'm sorry.
No, I didn't mean that as sarcasm. Don't be offended.
The idea of a museum. I'm going to make sure that definitely happens, unless this guy tells me to make it a library instead, and then I'll do that.
I should just get rid of this house. Too many memories of my wife to bring...
It's current day Eckert in disguise, it could be. How do you think the cats are all grown up? He is a time traveler.
Maybe a good thing, a museum. Perhaps this is meant to be. There are enough pictures in that collection of my forebears. It seems he had an artist he favored.
You mean Carl Franson?
How did you know that? Are you checking into this house? I don't remember telling anyone that it was for sale yet.
No, please don't misunderstand. It's just that I happen to like his paintings. And it's not like, you know...
I believe you.
Well, all right then. I've made up my mind anyway. Turn a part of this building into a private museum and open the...
I was going to put your lights out, but instead I'll turn my house into a museum.
Take care of the children while I work. Besides, I know that there's at least one admirer of Carl Franson's work. All right, that's what I'll do. I owe you many thanks.
Where the fuck are you in colour? Like everyone else. The never-ending question.
My name is Alfred Brum.
Nice
Alfred Bum.
Mike Kush.
I'm Dan Kush.
Grateful to you, Ike. Come inside. We'll have tea or something.
Okay.
I got some leaves we could share. Constantly using his real name, right? Come inside and have some edibles.
He's just gone to sleep, finally.
It's the best actor in the game.
All right, then. Come out by yourself, Sybil. Will you make tea for our guest?
If I must.
Yeah, his mustache just grows directly out from that one spot.
Here you you go.
Oh, thank you for the tea, dear.
It doesn't grow. He glued it on.
I should tell my sweet Sibylla. I've decided to turn this house into a museum. What do you think?
Whatever you decide is always good enough for me.
Thank you. I was a little afraid that you'd object.
His nose hair. No.
It's much, much better than selling this house.
I see. I'm sorry I made you worry that much. I know.
Nose hair. What is that?
Let's have a photograph taken. If we're going to start a museum, we'll need to renovate. We'll all get a picture taken with the house before then.
You, me, and this stranger. But he'll be wearing a juggler costume for fun.
Please join us, Ike. There's no time like the present. I'm gonna fetch the photographer this instant.
But wait, what if it was a library?
This early in the morning?
Franson?
Oh, yes, he's descended from the painter Carl Franson. Maybe that's why he's
Small
a
world.
photographer.
It is a small world,
He's a
actually.
good
There's
friend
like
of mine. I can count on
4
him to
people
come
in
if
this
I need
town.
him. Just wait a little while. Sibylla, you hold the fort and watch the baby, please.
Okay, stranger I just met who I thought was a burglar, stay here alone with my child daughter while I go out and do things. This is perfectly safe. I don't know, Sibylla looks like she could mess you up if you turn your back up to
I
her.
didn't do anything like that. This is
You know what I
something
mean?
your
She's got
father
like
decided on his own.
she's got like a hatchet hidden in,
Oh,
behind
I
her
see.
cardigan or
But
something.
I'm awfully glad that the house won't be sold.
You'll never leave, Ike.
Oh, it's coming undone here. Give it to me. I'll mend it for you.
What? Oh, that's okay.
Don't worry. I may look little, but I can do anything.
I can hide a body.
Everything besides cooking, that is. That's for Father.
She just pulls his neck skin and the whole face comes off. Oh, like Pyramid Head.
I sewed that too, so don't be shy.
Ah. Oh, dude!
Are you cold? If you
What a
want,
cunt.
just put that costume
Cover
on.
your nose. That's how we get
I'll
COVID,
be
you
done
stupid ass.
soon.
Hey kid, why's your head so fucking massive? My daughter died. It was winter and she got a cold.
They're almost done.
Why's your head so fucking massive? She's a descendant of
You
Garnet.
look funny.
Garnet's Barnet.
It suits you.
What is
Let's
green?
have the picture taken like that.
It hides your face and weird beanpole legs. We wouldn't want you ruining the picture.
Isn't there an iron plate?
An iron plate? What do you want something like that for?
Well, I just kind of need one.
There's nothing like that here. What is it for? Do you need to grill something?
No, nothing like that. Hey, wait a second.
What is it?
She's fucking with you, dude.
A frying pan.
Do you need to
You
grill
have a
something?
frying pan? Oh, you must have one.
No. When Mother died, Father had all her things.
All the frying
taken
pans
away.
in the house were buried in the cemetery.
So we only eat what the housekeeper brings nowadays. No one will let me cook yet, you see.
Oh,
No frying pans exist. None.
A
Not in any timeline.
Restaurants must have lots of frying pans.
you're right. Good thinking, Sibylla.
You're welcome.
I wish I was as smart as a
Really
child
funny
from
that the shop's
1900.
open.
Oh, come to think of it. there
My
was
mother was a
frying
frying
pans in the
pan.
bar where that fire was during the day.
What is it?
But then she disappeared one day,
I'm
and
sorry,
we
I
found her
have
with a
something I need to
stab
do, so
wound.
See you soon.
We're gonna go get that sign because we didn't get the sign last time, and I'm pretty sure that's what you're supposed to do, and that the frying pan is like the alternate solution. No, he mentions the frying pan, but the thing about the sign is it's in the museum in the future in Nerd House, so I'm like, I don't know what's supposed to happen. I'm gonna get the sign this time. I'm a frying pan, says Lynchy. I like frying pans. Frying pans are the middleman between you and delicious fried eggs. And that's all she wrote. As long as we agree none of us are teapots. Or spanners. If only I could jump and get this signed like that man suggested, because I couldn't think for my fucking self. There. Got sign. Now then, the alternative solution is the one we did where we went back to the 1980s and traded the egg for a frying pan. But I think what we did, actually, is we went to the marketplace dressed as a juggler and threw the egg, and then we automatically had a frying pan, like Bill and Ted rules. Anyway, let's go talk to Sibala. Ike's got his run. He's got a steppy. You think for someone with as big beanpole stupid legs as he's got, that he'd be a faster runner. We never did anything with that egg pocket watch, did we, last time? It could stride from one side of the city to the other in about 8 steps. It just steps over the buildings like the giants from Majora's Mask.
Oh, I know. Will you put that costume
That's what he looks
in the
like.
picture? Please, please.
I can't say no to that. Put the clown costume on, you clown.
All right. Hold still, please.
Baby. That's a good picture.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry I dragged you out of bed.
It cracks me up that that breaks every time.
You can change back now.
Bye. But what if I don't want to? Your camera's broken, you dipshit.
That's right. I should get changed.
I wouldn't want to wear a clown costume all day. If someone hadn't told me that I was wearing a clown suit and that I should change out of it, I would never have thought to do that.
Oh, I thought you changed already.
What? Oh, not yet.
I really like wearing the clown suit.
That sign, do you always carry it around?
Oh, that. It's a long story.
You're weird.
I'm sorry, but I have something I need to do, so see you soon.
Come again soon. You can use that key as much as you want.
Is it a long story? It's not really, is it?
What are you talking about?
What's the matter? You have to go somewhere, right? You shouldn't be late.
Yeah, she sees us getting the tower key later
That's
on
right.
and thinks that
Okay,
that's
see
the
ya.
same as.
No, I should go back to the
A man
present
told me I could
here
jump,
where
so I
other
jumped,
people
and now I have a
can't see.
sign. It's long legs. A story as long as his legs. Soon you will die, Ike. But that's okay. One of the most satisfying parts of this game is seeing Ike repeatedly get killed. It's for the best. That's right.
I guess I managed to escape thanks to this thing.
The next chapter is where we can choose branches, but we're choosing the DE branch.
But this guy, he looks exactly like the street performer that gave me the letter.
You see, that street performer is...
Right? You didn't fucking figure that out, Ike. You needed to be told that.
What does this mean?
It means that you were stabbed to death because you didn't have the iron
A brain.
and decided to somehow find an iron plate before the appointed time of death.
By ordering me to get an iron plate before I got attacked?
That's right.
This is making my head spin. For one thing, I don't remember anything like that. And nothing about writing that egg letter.
Egg letter.
I suppose that's true. Fate branches out into many paths, but a person can only choose one of them. And the tracks left on that path wear down grooves that become memories. But what you're doing right now is experiencing just the end results of different forks. If you shift around in your own timeline again and again, this kind of thing is bound to happen.
It's a me! Mario Homunculus.
Go back in time, you shouldn't have any memories other than those of receiving a letter from a mystery man, acquiring a metal sign because of that letter by pure chance, and having your life saved by the same store sign because of an amazing coincidence, and a chance occurrence of someone who looks exactly like the mystery man being in that photograph. That's all, isn't it? Of course, the odds are rather...
But what happens if I don't go back in time and give myself that
I'm
paper?
not sure
Like,
whether
this is
I
all
got
fucked.
it all or not.
Now there's no need to force yourself to understand. Things sometimes happen that even I don't understand.
Okay then, what happened to the me that wrote the letter in that egg?
I can't tell you, except to say, somewhere on the crossroads of an infinite number of possible outcomes. Well, let's try an analogy. It may seem trivial.
Did we get this cutscene last time?
Suppose you're in a cafe, trying to decide between a coffee...
Because I'm pretty sure because we actually gave ourselves the thing, they didn't have to explain all this.
And the you that chooses tea actually both exist. Except that your fates diverge at that point, and there is no way either of you can ever know what happened to the other one. If we suppose that the you that chose coffee then can't decide whether to put cream in...
I think I'm okay. So you mean that the Ike who chose coffee caught a peek at the continuation of Ike who chose tea in a way?
Something like that. If you hadn't had a metal sign back there, well then, there would have been a you that found one, or something like it, at any cost. That's all there is to it. So...
I'm done explaining my plot hole now.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Wow. It's fucking Owen Wilson. Right, so if I pick a save here now, we can now access two branching paths if I need to, but I'm only going to go with the... Oh, big screen Lynchy! I'm going to go with the DE.
Past 8:30 already. I could use a little food. I guess being hungry is a sign that I'm still alive.
No shit!
Hey, I could go to that place, the one with the fire earlier in the day.
Yeah, they're probably still open. Oh, it's Swiggity Swooty. Alright, what are we doing? We gotta go to the bar. Backing up C. Oh. It's a good idea. Yes, so we could have gone back in time and given ourselves that egg, but instead we just received the egg, so we never actually gave it to ourselves, but a different version of us did, and I had to explain all of that.
It's dark, and she still isn't here.
These two have been wandering around the city all day. I wonder if there is a quest tied to that. Or if it's just goober stuff. You offered yourself a nice egg in this trying time. I might have some egg later. I've got 2 egg left.
Good evening. Please, have a seat over
Wait, you're the
there.
man in the photo. You owe me money for a coffee
What's
plus
good to eat
interest.
around here? Oh, everything. Meat's good, vegetables are good. If you don't have anything particular in mind, well, why don't you try the special?
All right, I'll have that.
Coming right up. You're gonna love this.
It's cat meat. Egg candle.
The science of alchemy has as its grail 2 great projects.
Every nerd in the city is friends.
One is the synthesis of the elixir of life. That which
Except for
will
Ike.
free mankind from all ills of the body. The other is an amalgam, purely scientific in nature. The creation of a homunculus, an artificial life. Both require as their central ingredient a red stone, known as the Philosopher's Stone. The Philosopher's Stone? Wow, could that be... Here we shall briefly examine the life of Wolfgang
she's telling her friends about that creep that just kept asking her the same question for 2 hours.
Though born a farmer's son,
In an attempt to get himself killed.
wealthy kin after his prodigious intellect was recognized, and pursued studies in medicine and theology at university. Following this period, he seems to have made his living as an apothecary while pursuing the science of alchemy. However, what secured his lasting fame was no doubt the manner in which he met his end. Amid rumors of his engagement in an experiment of great magnitude and duration, Dr. Wagner's house was shaken by a thunderous explosion, and the alchemist himself was never seen again. It is often said that a no more fitting end could have been imagined for a man.
Yeah, he holds the plate up and then someone goes through the bars and is like, I'll poison your mashed potatoes.
That sounds kind of suspicious.
Here you are. Enjoy.
Ike, how are you going to pay for that? So, you can get that wheel for free anyway if you save the bar from being burned down in a different way. Like, you tell the bartender that there's a guy putting matches outside.
You want to look at it?
He'll be like, you saved my bar, here's the free food.
I don't like the symbol on the cover.
What, this? You don't like this pentagram kind of thing? You're a
Aperture.
little strange.
Well, of course I am. In any case, I know the contents of that book. Dr. Wagner, who is mentioned in the book, had a daughter, and she's a very significant figure to you.
What?
That's Rich Ike
She's one of
calling
my
him
ancestors?
strange. Fucking beanpole Ike, who doesn't have a brain.
Chipad is drawn to that because of the link, whatever it is. Please, don't forget the red stone. I'm looking for it too, but I believe that you are the one who is fated to acquire it. Getting your hands on it will be a step towards avoiding your own death as well. Remember that, Ike.
In order to force him to have to do it, he probably would try and get him killed.
Gone again. This is a really one-sided kind of relationship. Me and the age this book talks about. What's the connection? What the... Oh, am I tired or something?
The book is so small, it is. It's a pocket book. Good.
Do you know what you died of?
What?
It was poison, probably from the sea hare. It uses the female of a type of sea slug as the basic raw material. You can control the rapidity of the effect and the intensity of symptoms by how you blend it. I'd say that was the culprit, but you'll need to look into the details yourself. Why don't you try the library? Oops. I guess it's the art museum now. See you around.
Okay, Mr. I know all the things.
What does that mean?
Okay, so we gotta go back and get a library to exist. Of course, that's a good idea. Check in the library. Right, of course, yes, the library. What? We could go to the library, or we could bring the library to us through the power of time travel. Make sure sea hares don't enter the evolutionary chain. Oh! I don't even know what a sea hare is.
I'm still
Blobby
not sure
snail
you've seen
things.
that.
You don't want to turn it into a museum?
Well,
Like
I
those
thought
blue
about that,
ones?
but I've got a lot of books too. A library wouldn't be a bad idea either, don't you agree? Okay, you've helped me make up my mind.
I guess the library's
it is.
better. Did you invite the other dude about this dude? I don't know. He's the painter guy, right? He's the photographer.
He's been procrastinating like this for a while. Talk it over with him, will you? Decide what to do with this place.
Now I'm gonna talk to Sibilla. And then we're gonna go to the library.
What is it?
It's okay if you don't have small eyes.
Nothing. Just came to talk, that's all.
Oh, you can go anywhere you like. That's nice. I always have to mind the baby, so I can't go outside to play. Besides, Father will be busy changing the house around from now on.
Is it pretty boring for you here, Sibylla?
Gee.
Yes, just a little. Oh, don't tell Father. He'll worry, you see.
It's okay, I won't tell.
In addition to the responsibility of looking after a baby,
Hey, Sibylla, do you like cats? Kittens?
Yeah, I love kittens. Oh, are you gonna get me one?
I know someone who might be able to help.
I'll ask him if you like.
Really? A kitty?
Okay, I'll bring you one soon.
She seems like a responsible kid. You can look after a kitty. They're only a day old and fully grown, but you can handle it. Right, we spoke to siblings. We must now go to the future, right? Library room on the first floor. Where are we going here? I had to read ahead a bit because there's a lot of side quests that all happen at the start now, but they all happen later. Okay, so now we gotta go to the library. Taking walks for your health. Here it is. The female sea hare is very poisonous. The only way to survive poisoning is by taking the antidote. No shit. The person poisoned can only survive the number of days that the sea hare from where the poison was extracted had survived. After that time period has elapsed, the person poisoned will die instantaneously. That's right. We learned that it has some kind of weird quantum effect with the sea hare. It's like the poison knows when the sea hare, or how long the sea hare survived for. I don't know. It makes no sense. Let's go 4 years into the future of Margarita's time. Margaritaville. We gotta go get some scrap meat. Let's go back to the past to play the shitty game that sucks ass.
Come to think of it, she said her father did research. He may be this Dr. Wagner. They may have some sort of a link to me.
Well, that doesn't look so good.
No, it's too dangerous. Don't
No.
get too near that house. There was an explosion just now. What with him dabbling in all that science, it's no wonder. God sent his judgment down.
Well, you people suck.
Is this Dr. Wagner's house?
Oh, so you knew him, did you? Well, anyway, you'd best not stick your nose in, or you'll be cursed too. See if you don't.
Did this lady get given her lines one word at a time with no context, like out of order, then they piece them back together afterwards?
This was Dr. Wagner's place.
They look inbred. Everyone looks inbred, Lynchy, because in 500 years' time, those people will still exist with the exact same faces. I don't even know. Which way is Le Boucher? No, don't eat the cake! Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get some free meat. Delicious. Time cake. The lady is like, you skinny beanpole. Have some free meat samples. You look like you could use it.
What? Looking for meat? Hey, you're kind of cute. I'll tell you what. You can have the scrap meat over there for free.
Thanks. It's not a good business model. Yeah, meat! Think of all the yummy meat. Yum, yum, yum. Consider this puzzle solved. I don't really it. Slip. Yummy! Guess I'll walk over here. Oh, Lord. Yeah, it's a good thing we did that. Oh, we could never have stepped over the dog. Right.
You? Why are you here?
I exist now. And I can time travel. Dogs are kind of like that. Oh. I guess they just want to eat in privacy. Or in their own place. They're like, I'm gonna eat it, but this is mine. You can't have it. I'm gonna go.
Looks like I need a key.
Oh, wow. Wait. How do we get the key? It looks like you need a brain. Did the good fuck up? Yeah, there's another place I have to go to get... Oh, wait, there it is. I missed it. It's just on the floor. It's all me. Right. Puzzle solved, right? It's like almost pointless that being there. Now we have to talk to Margaritaville. But first we gotta talk to Alchemist.
Is that you, Hugo?
No, I'm...
Whoever you are, I want you out. How did you get in here?
Look, excuse me, but are you Dr. Wagner?
Yes, that is correct.
Wow, say, is that for your research into the homunculus?
Someone has been telling you things you ought not to know. Is it Hugo? But of course, I don't think I've told him yet.
No, it wasn't. Call it a hunch.
There's the painter in the corner. He's just hiding. He would have to be, like, under the stairs, wouldn't he?
Excuse me, but I must...
So you know the bit next with the movie posters? Apparently there's 5 different posters you can get, but only 2 of them save you. But what we're gonna try and do, I think, is to fuck up history entirely, and we're going to save
Well, I
Miriam.
don't know if it's the one, but I have seen a stone, a red stone.
Ah, should you gain possession of it, allow me a small amount. I beg of you, please.
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 Help me! Margaritaville.
Oh, who are you?
Hi. Sorry if I startled you.
Aren't you the one from... I think you were looking for someone, weren't you? Quite a while ago. It's been some time. Did you find whoever it was?
No, not yet.
You're still looking? I'm impressed.
Uh-huh.
Hasn't it been at least 2
We won't
years?
finish this game today.
I tried finding her too, afterwards, but I didn't have any luck. I'm sorry. But a lot happened to us right after you came. Mother passed away, you know. Oh, yes. Hugo's still at school. He started this year, and he's gotten serious about learning. I think he's decided
He's
to
big
follow
smart.
in his father's footsteps. But I shouldn't just make you listen to me talking. I'm sorry. So, what brings you here today?
Is there something around here called a sea hare antidote?
What? What's
What?
the matter? Why do you need something like that?
Well...
To deal with sea hare poison?
It's here on the shelf. Help yourself.
Why
I won't
else?
tell Father.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is she my ancestor?
Oh, where did that come from, Ike? Where did that come from?
What? I
Where?
have something on my face?
It's fucking out of nowhere.
I see my ancestors.
Sorry, I was just... I mean, I didn't mean to...
Grandma?
Guess I'll be going now.
Huh? You're going already? Why don't you just stay a while? You can tell me about the future and things. Please.
So everyone thinks I'm from the future after all.
Well, Hugo's the only one who says so, and nobody else believes him. Except me, that is. It's more interesting that way, don't you think? So, tell me.
Yes, because you're a fucking twat. He doesn't try to hide it, does he?
Okay then.
Okay then.
Good. Oh, I have some things to deliver, so I'll walk with you.
There's someone, a friend of mine, called Mr. Eckert. In my time, he's a director of an art museum.
Yes, and?
Well, I met Mr.
What's a
Eckert's
museum?
grandfather about 100 years in the past, and you won't believe how alike they look. The face
Hugo?
and hair. Well, they're both pretty young, but the hair.
You mean a little thin, maybe like the Squires?
And I mean in the same way. You know, on the top.
I guess that sort of thing is in the blood.
Yeah, come to think of it, they both had a daughter. Oh,
What is it?
well, Mr. Eckert said his daughter.
What?
You mean something happened to her?
Yeah, a crime of some sort.
The only teapot here is
But like 20 years ago. And the funny thing is, it seems like he's still waiting for her to come back.
I see. I guess that happens. It's like Hugo not being able to forget Mother. Family ties are strong, aren't they?
Say, it's gotten dark already.
Has it?
Sorry if I've kept you.
Looks pretty fucking
Not
bright
at
to me,
all.
Ike.
I enjoyed the conversation. Oh, here we are. Will you wait a second?
I mean, everything's brown. But the sky is, like, the brightest white you've ever seen, Ike.
Dana?
She go. Move them crazy legs. He could have just stepped over the building and headed her off at the pass, to be honest. He wasn't really trying. Alright, Pastry, we'll see you soon. I'm actually going to finish this up soon after this chapter, I think. That means we'll probably have one more stream left of it. Which will be Wednesday.
What's the matter?
It's just that she looked like her.
That girl you've been looking for?
Yes, but I lost sight of her. Maybe it wasn't even her.
Well, I need to go home now. Is that all right?
Of course. Sorry about that.
It's okay. But you really are from a different world altogether, aren't you?
Well...
Don't worry. I won't tell anyone about the things you've told me. Not that anyone would believe me anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's more. There's at least another stream's worth before we even get to the end of this playthrough, and then after that point, I'll just look up the endings because there's like 5 main endings, but then loads of subtlety differences. So there's like actually many different ones.
Well, like, suppose I were to kill someone in this age.
That's a terrible thing to say.
Oh, bad example? Well, anyway,
yes, like,
if
you're
that
an
person
idiot.
were supposed to live till 100 and have lots of kids and grandkids, but if I interfere with his life at this point, those kids and grandkids will never be born, and all their descendants in my time will just disappear. Do you get that?
Yes, I think so.
So the more I interfere with the past, the more the future will change. It may not be as serious as that example I just used, but anything I do here could affect the future.
I don't quite understand yet, but I'll sleep on it. Your age is very interesting to me. I wish I could see it.
It's nothing exciting. Kind of boring, really.
But I still want to see what it's like. I don't know why, but I feel such a strong pull towards it. Won't you take me to your time?
No, I can't do that. It's not possible. The future will change. After all, you're my...
Huh? You're what?
Oh, nothing. We just locked ourselves into ending D or E. Oh.
Wait a sec. Did I just say something really important?
What? I couldn't hear you.
What am I thinking? Of course not. That would be too much of a coincidence.
What are you mumbling about? I was just joking about coming along with you. That would change the future, wouldn't it?
Probably. I'm really sorry, but...
It's okay. Really. You'll come over again, won't you? And tell me other interesting things.
I will. So see you again soon.
Or not. I don't know. Maybe?
Oh, Hugo. Did you just get back?
No, I heard everything. I didn't mean to be a snoop, but it
Fucking
didn't seem
Hugo.
like I could just walk in.
I heard everything.
It's okay. I won't tell anyone.
Oh, for heaven's sake. You could have just come in.
I was just trying to be tactful, after all, sis.
That's quite all right. Oh, Hugo,
What?
are you still,
What?
you know, mother's lock of hair?
What?
I know how much you miss Mother, but you can't carry that thing around forever.
Shut up! What do you mean, that thing? How could you say something like that? It's not as though I'm doing anything wrong.
Chill, bro.
I'm sorry, that didn't come out quite right, but...
You're the one who's being weird, changing the subject as soon as it gets a little thorny.
You're the one who's being weird. No, Hugo, you're the one who's being weird. You're super weird. F chair. Oh.
It's your fault. You ought to know that.
Hugo, Father can't be disturbed.
I know.
He's over it. I know.
Yes, see you soon.
What a fucking
I'm
weird
sorry
dialogue.
It's so hectic around here.
The only thing hectic here is Hugo's ability to change mood, like, in a second.
Upset, so I just leave him alone when he's this way.
Hey, sis. Are you sure you just want to let him go like this?
Oh, stop that, Hugo. Well, here. Will you take it? Consider it a token of appreciation for all the stories you told me. And something to remember today by.
Good job, sis.
Hugo, stop eavesdropping!
Thank you, Margaret. See you.
Okay.
I'll be sure to give this to someone else immediately. Re-gift it to Mr. Eckert. The man who's tried to throw vases at our head multiple times. Let's finish this chapter and save. What are we doing? Return.
Oh.
Oh. Oh wait, yeah. We're supposed to use this antidote, huh?
Oh.
Right. So now I'm going to save it here. And that'll be the end of Shadow Memories for today. We will continue this on Wednesday, as I said. But for now, we're going to go
Hey, look, it's a poster
and
for that new movie.
pass you over to Sekiro. Carol Cowd the Pastry, playing Shakira
Never
Shakira.
get this guy's movies.
Thanks for coming along, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. It has been very silly. I think of no better way to end this
Meditating man.
than by watching Ike get hit by a
Oh,
car.
this sounds pretty dull.